Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. We have done a lot of videos on various aspects of our life, various topics of our life, and one such video is the video about Bhrigu Bindu, which is an important one which I have shared earlier. In that video I have also explained how the Bhrigu Bindu has played an active part, an important part in my life, directing me eventually through my Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga towards astrology, and to be able to help out many people who are looking through various aspects of life as a support from astrological science. Today we will focus a little more on the Bhrigu Bindu, how to identify it, how to calculate it, with one example of how that person, the respective public figure, has used his Bhrigu Bindu to be able to advance his life, play out his karma and leave a legacy behind. What is the reason why a lot of us have certain elements in our horoscopes which later on fructify and give us results? For instance, we sometimes wonder, is there a reason why we are born? Is there a factor which controls our lives and governs our life, or is there a particular karma that we are born to live out? Now, this question is more important from not only a karma point of view, but also a lot of karmic debt that we need to pay, because we know that our prarabdha karma chases us, and it is a sanchita karma which overall leads us towards certain results in our lives. And so, if we want to improve our prarabdha karma and overall sanchita karma, it is important for us to lay out our life in terms of those factors that we need to fulfill in our lives. Now, it is also seen that some of us are able to do that, lay out a framework, a foundation which eventually takes us to that culminating factor which fructifies certain results, plays out a karma in a manner that we are made out to live our lives out. And that one factor sometimes becomes the essence of our lives, that one thing that we need to do. For some people it could be around education, for some people it could be around spirituality, and their planetary placements also help them to be able to bring out the spiritual aspects in our lives. For some of us it could be that we are here to be able to enrich others' lives, either to becoming, say, a doctor where we help others in terms of health, or an industrialist who manufactures good which eases out other people's lives and also enriches others in terms of giving us certain comforts and even certain luxuries. For some others it could be in the manner of helping people manage their wealth better through finance, through accounts, through taxation, becoming a chartered accountant, for instance. So, what is that one factor which is an important one which more or less guides most period of our lives? And that factor sometimes is easy to miss if we are too much into chasing the material aspects of life and not realizing what the essence of our lives is to play out that one important factor. Various shlokas in various astrological texts term that as the Bhrigu Bindu, which means that the certain point or certain area of our life which is the most important factor for us to play out. Without playing out that one area, most of our life will be either rudderless or aimless, or not able to play out the role that we need to play. Now, what is the Bhrigu Bindu? If we look at Bhrigu Shastra, we will realize that sage Bhrigu has clearly laid out what that area in life could be and how do we identify that. Unless we identify where the Bhrigu Bindu lies in the horoscopes and what is that one area in life that we really need to play out and fructify, we will not be able to really do justice to the reason we are born. We will find various explanations through articles, through videos, that we are born in X ascendant or Y ascendant because of X reason or Y reason and so on. That is all fine. However, The overall combination of the ascendant, our planetary placements and the Bhrigu Bindu will eventually tell us what our journey in life should be, what is the path that we need to traverse, and where do we need to end up with. Today we will look into the finer aspects of Bhrigu Bindu along with an example from our lives which we may be able to relate to, that how Bhrigu Bindu can help us achieve greatness and leave a legacy when we leave the world. There is a Sloka in the Phaladipika which goes as follows: one who does not want others to be killed has control on his senses, which means behavior and the mind, and earns his living in a righteous manner, always follows the rules and principles laid down in the scriptures, then the planets are always pleased with him, that is, are always favorable to him. Unquote. So what we are saying is that if we lead a life of righteousness, follow rules and regulations, and also follow the conventions of playing out what our karma is, knowing what karma we need to absolutely play out in this life, and find that particular area in life through identifying the Bhrigu Bindu and then traversing a journey on that path, then definitely the deities which control the planetary energies will support us and help us attain that Bhrigu Bindu, that important point or that area of achievement in our lives. So will the planets favor a person who follows his destiny point or the karma earmarked for him? Bhrigu Bindu is a point which points towards and helps fulfill one's destiny or some part of our destiny, and thus also called the destiny point. This means it is that one thing that the person has to absolutely fulfill in his life, irrespective of what else he does or doesn't do based on his choices. If we were to just look at some famous personalities and what standout achievements they are known or remembered for, we will see that a lot of their achievements relate or get connected strongly to where their Bhrigu Bindus are. So let's see what some of those famous personalities are known for. Mahatma Gandhi is related to helping our country achieve freedom through our freedom struggle. Nelson Mandela is known for his fight against apartheid. APJ Abdul Kalam is known for helping India develop our missile system. Indira Gandhi is very well known for the war against Pakistan and the one that we won in 1971, and even the opposition in India called her Durga because of her fantastic achievement and breaking Pakistan into East Pakistan and West Pakistan, which subsequently became Pakistan and Bangladesh. Einstein is well known for his formula, which is E is equal to mc square, or the theory of relativity and the concept of space-time. Newton is well known for various laws of physics, including the law of gravity. Edison is known for various inventions, including the electric bulb, and so on. If one were to deep dive into each of the horoscopes, one would be surprised to see how much the Bhrigu Bindu in their respective horoscopes gets connected to their most famous achievements. But how do we know where the Bhrigu Bindu lies and how does one calculate it? The Bhrigu Bindu is the midpoint lying between the placement or the position of Rahu and Moon, with Rahu as the starting point and the Moon as the ending point. But why between Rahu and Moon? Because Rahu denotes the present life karma and the area of development for the person in his current life, and Moon denotes the mind, the manas, as well as the heart. Thus, without the confluence of what one needs to do and what one plans to do, the results will not come about accordingly. Hence, the midpoint of doing and planning, which is Rahu and Moon. Let's take for instance Aries ascendant, and Rahu lies in the second house at 45 degrees, and the Moon lies in the 4th house at 100 degrees. Then subtracting the longitude of Rahu from the longitude of Moon, we get 100 minus 45 degrees, which is equivalent to 55 degrees. Further dividing 55 degrees into 2, we get 27.5 degrees. Now adding this value to Rahu's 45 degrees, we get 45 plus 27.5, which is 72.5 degrees. Thus, the Bhrigu Bindu is at 72.5 degrees. But where is the 72.5 degrees situated in the horoscope? It is situated in the 3rd house. What is the 3rd house representative about? The 3rd house is representative of a lot of things, including self-enterprise, effort, a communication, a marketing, short journeys, as well as that one thing which is the most important thing that we may put our most of our effort for. And hence this self-effort could be through artistic expressions using hands, business achievements, our sexual energy, gains of family as it is second to the 2nd house, younger siblings, and so on. But which sign is the 3rd house in this case? It is Gemini. And where does the 3rd lord sit or placed in? If the 3rd lord is placed in the 5th house, then artistic expressions are getting connected to performances. Such a person could be an accomplished actor, dancer, sculptor, writer, etc. However, since the 3rd lord is a Mercury and placed in Leo, this could also denote leadership in financial matters around speculation, and hence this person could be a leading investor, financial magnate, businessman, and so on. Now, depending on whether it is under conjunction or aspects of which planet is placed in the 3rd house, and whether that planet is establishing or exchanging energies with Mercury in the 5th house, a host of other things could be deduced or established. Let's take a favorite example of mine, which is also quite famous and in the news nowadays. Jeff Bezos, the founder, chairman, CEO and president of Amazon. Here is his publicly available horoscope. Bezos' Bhrigu Bindu can be calculated to the 7th house, the midpoint between Rahu placed in the 4th house and Moon placed in the 10th. Now, a Kendra house is always a fantastic placement for the Bhrigu Bindu. What sign is the 7th house? It is Virgo, ruled by business oriented Mercury, which also denotes service. Mercury is placed in the 10th house. Hence, business orientation and the house of daily wages, the 7th house, is connected to career and work. And Moon, the creative lord of the 5th house of speculation and investments, placed in conjunction with Mercury and Sun and Ketu. Sun represents leadership and pride and achievements, while Ketu represents change, break or breakthrough. And which is the sign where Mercury and the super conjunction is taking place in? Sagittarius, the lord of education, long distance and wisdom and learning. Hence, Bezos came up with a creative idea using the Moon of creating an online bookstore connected to learning and thus to Jupiter, which would be nothing like anything before, which represents breakthrough through Ketu, and established leadership represented by Sun, and cut across national boundaries, long distance represented by Sagittarius, and be accessible from anywhere. So, what did Bezos do using the confluence of all these energies? He founded the aerospace company Blue Origin, again connected with Jupiter, because long distance and the air medium is ruled by Jupiter. He purchased the media company The Washington Post, represented by Mercury and Jupiter Connect. His first investments came from a loan from his parents. See the Sun Moon connect from the 10th house. He also diversified into media content and music industry, represented by the 5th house connect through moon, leadership of the 5th house. Venus placed in the 12th in Aquarius gives a worldwide organization and achievement and success. However, what really defines him is based on Jupiter in the Lagna in Pisces through his online bookstore Amazon, which later diversified into other goods. Since books were purchased on a day-to-day basis, thus the 7th house connect of daily wages came into play. Hence, his Bhrigu Bindu in the 7th house of daily wages, his business is a day-to-day affair with a day-to-day purchases of books, material, music, etc. and through analytical and business and financial acumen, all defined through the sign of Virgo placed in the 7th house. And this is all helped by the placement of the Lord of the 7th Mercury in conjunction with 3 other strong planets, all helping his cause, which is exalted Mars, whose 9th house of Scorpio is under the aspect of Jupiter in the 11th house, and thus gives him the societal name and fame, and the aggression and the conjunction of Mars with Saturn gives him steady gains and makes him the world's richest. So if he is known for one thing today, is the breakthrough idea of launching an online bookstore Amazon, where books could be purchased day to day, thus connecting his Bhrigu Bindu to Mercury, which is to communication and business, and the 7th house daily wages. So whatever one may do or want to do in one's life, the Bhrigu Bindu is that one thing you will almost be pushed to or to achieve. But since it is just one thing, it is very rarely spoken about or analyzed or questioned about. Bezos may go into doing more path-breaking stuff and leave Amazon online bookstore to be a minuscule achievement in his overall kitty. However, it will never be forgotten that it is this online bookstore where it all started, helped by his Bhrigu Bindu. But the irony is that the 7th house of sexuality, the Kama Bhav and the Mrityu Bhav too has led to one of the costliest divorces, causing him over a whopping check which could run into several billions due to his sexual escapades. Thus, every time an important transit happens over the Bhrigu Bindu Bhav, there is bound to be something which affects the native deeply and personally. And hence the Bhrigu Bindu is an important part of one's life, but possibly the most ignored part. So friends, please analyze your own horoscope and find where the Bhrigu Bindu is based on the calculations that I helped you with, and ascertain that one thing, that one achievement, that one path or the one area that you need to focus on and traverse to be able to realize that thing, that karma which you are born to do, amongst many others. This is my analysis, friends, about the Bhrigu Bindu and how it is calculated, how it is ascertained with an example from a daily life. Please reach out to me for any help and support that you would need on Bhrigu Bindu, or to do some more analysis of your horoscope through the links given in the description box below. Please like my video, please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my new video is coming. Until we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.